Today we're going to be doing something that I had meant to do a couple years ago. If you're new here, I want to say thanks for watching. If you're not, you know what we're about to do, maybe, possibly. But if you've been here for a while, I put this rig together about 2 years ago, and I built this box to not get into a whole lot of detail. From this part here back was on a single wheel truck, and then I made it fit this 94 second gen Dodge, and I built this box in the front here to house all my tools. And I wanted to get this thing done and start using it, you know, and figure it out as I went. And then I was going to go ahead and, you know, modify and make some stuff in here that I wanted. And that was 2 years ago. So we're finally getting around to that. And to those who are not new here, the golf cart's going to be on pause for just a minute. We are going to get to that. But I've been working out of town, and hence why I'm kind of on the warpath, if you will, to make something happen. Because as this thing worked well, it's like I said, it's been 2 years since I've done anything with it, but there's just I have a lot of stuff in the cab that doesn't need to be in the cab that can be in here, and we're going to finally make some space of it. But everything, even on the other side, some of this stuff, pretty much, I mean, not some of the stuff, all of this stuff was in here, but we're going to be trying to make everything fit better. Basically everything from I don't know, here up was dead space, except for like the beveling machine on the other side. And then from here to here was a dead space. So there just wasn't a great utilization of space in here, and that's what I'm trying to change today. So I don't know, I don't really have an idea or too much of a plan yet. I just know that we can do a whole lot better than what we've got here. So on the passenger side here, I had this is where my 4 to 8 beveling machine sits up here. And then this piece of 4 inch is where my 4-inch beveling machine sits, but it's now found its home in this rear toolbox here, which I don't necessarily want it in there because it doesn't fit real well. So I'm just trying to figure out the best place here. And then all my jack stands stood up right here, but they kind of flopped around and didn't, I don't know if you can tell, you know, they're just wearing on here. They also kind of bump into the beveling machine, tear that up a little bit. So I'm just going to either do this better or protect it. I thought, you know, trying to maybe put my jack stands somewhere else and then have this area here for better storage. So maybe I thought we could lay them down this way in here and then build something over it to where basically they just slide in there, and then, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm just going to start doing what I know to do, and that's make it up as I go. All right, I haven't shown anything yet, but I did modify up here. This piece of round stock went all the way across, and I've just been kind of thinking and planning. So what I did was I, you know, figured that this space was a lot more useful if I got rid of the jack stands, so I could put some more stuff, basically access less important things from this side and getting rid of the jack stands there. So I've moved those into here, but I did have to pull out the tubes and the washers. The washers are down in there, if you can see. Tubes are there, but I'm still figuring out where I want to put stuff. For right now, I just got jumper cable stuffed under there, carbon arc stinger or whatever, some rods for that. Just trying to plan everything out. My plan right now is what I want to put there is all of my, this is where my Milwaukee stuff has pretty much lived for the past year or so. So I want to move some tools into there. This is just my go bag, if you will. So just want to try to see about what I can do with this. I do not know where we left off last with this thing, but I do know it's been about 3 weeks or so, maybe 4, since I have messed with, or I've been back to work for that long. I've been working out of town, so I haven't had a lot of time to do anything. Been working some weekends also. Just now finishing up an oil change, and it wouldn't be complete without oil splashing out everywhere. But I figured I'd take this time to go ahead and show you what it is. I did actually kind of clean the truck up today a little bit as far as organization. So show you, give you a real brief tour of what we did, and got a little surprise here at the very end, so stick around. This is going to be the messiest one right now because I haven't gotten around to reorganizing this. Been a busy couple weeks, but if you remember right, didn't have anything in here. It's taken me this long to do anything from 2 years ago to finally put shelves in here, but this is kind of just where this is where the 4-inch rides. That's what I'm working on right now. So it just goes in here. It's simple enough. Back behind here, I've got miscellaneous welding rods, some extra oil, stuff like that for the truck, because we all know 12 valves leak. In here, kind of cleaned this out today. Just gave it a overview. This is not a rig tour, but basically showing you that we've been working it here. This is something I just added also. Actually, I did add on both sides. I did have my jack stands, if you remember right, in this box. I don't remember what I showed, but I had them standing up in here, and I just figured that was a big waste of time. So I took them and I put them in here. But in order to do that, I had to take the heads off and I had to take the tops off. Well, I just built this simple little stand yesterday, actually. And so I got 2 here and 2 on the other side. I only usually carry 4, but a couple of them are actually out on a job, and I've got small in here, mud boots, and then I keep all the heads in here still. With all that being said, I have plans for this truck to go down here eventually. It probably won't be anytime soon, but this truck is ultimately needs to go under the knife, and I want to go ahead and fix all the oil leak problems that are in this. I have a 6-speed that I want to swap in it, and I want to clean the bed up and kind of go through that, paint it, fix some things, maybe add something here or there. But my ultimate goal is to have 2 rigs, and I'm rambling at this point, but the surprise is about to happen. So ultimately I want to have 2 rigs, and we might be building a bed here probably pretty soon for one of the trucks around here, so that way I can have 2 and then work on one while the other one's running. But without further ado, well. So let me start by saying I did not really need this machine, but my ultimate goal is to have 2 self-sustaining rigs. So that means 2 weld machines, 2 trucks, so on and so forth. I do have other machines laying around, but I don't have any with the quote-unquote MIG capability or TIG capability that this machine does. I'm trying to venture off in more of a pipeline and or fabrication venture, and I've been wanting a Miller for a long time now, so this is not a surprise to me, but it's finally happened. But there is some downsides. It did show up pretty banged up. It's there, and also on the backside a little bit. Got some louvers, but I do have some replacement panels on the way. I could have sent the machine back, but I felt like it wasn't that big a deal to change out this front. It's this front face. I think this will stay here. I just got to pull out some of the top, and well, not there. So we got some replacement panels on the way, but we're not going to get into this right now. I'm just here to show it off. I do want to start. I want to compare this machine as well as my old trusty Lincoln. I want to do some comparisons. I want to do some I got some stuff planned for the future. So I guess that's going to be all. I don't want to drag this out anymore. We're going to dive into this machine in much more depth, but for right now, this is it. And thanks for watching. We'll see y'all soon, hopefully. I should be back in the shop here before too long. Like I said, I'm working out of town, so I haven't had much time to do much of anything except work. So we'll see y'all soon. Thanks, guys.